If a company approached me to consult in the design and creation of an MMO, would you consider it? Let me let you in on a secret. I can't tell you too much because this hasn't been confirmed yet, so I'm going to try and tell you in as cryptic stuff as possible. All right? There are many, many, many people, both companies and individuals, who have contacted me either by Twitter, email, Discord. Just so you know, I don't care what method you use to contact me, whether it's Twitter, email, or Discord. I don't consider one more or less professional than the other. In fact, if anything, I quite like it when there is a personal touch of whoever makes the game contacting me, because game design is still an inherently personal, enjoyable thing. People want to do it. Yes, there are business elements and you need to be professional, but you can be professional while also being friendly and human in that way. But I've had many, many people ask me to consult effectively on games. They've been like, hey, can you please read this 100-page design document? Can you please play this game? Someone said in Winosis, can I send you a messenger pigeon? Yes. People have said, can I do this for whatever reason? The horrible answer is content creation is my job, and taking time away from content creation means my income goes down. Time away from creating content or streaming is effectively work time for me. So I say to someone, hey, if you want me to read all of your design notes, if you want me to sit in on a meeting, if you want me to play your game and offer critique and feedback in a way that's going to benefit you more than it benefits me, that has to be paid time, because this is part of my job. And the vast majority of people go, oh no, can't you do it as a favor? Can't you just do it as a thing? And what sometimes people say to me is, oh, but if you read this, I'll give you exclusive access to behind-the-scenes footage. And I've had to say to them, look, I'm going to be real sorry about this, but I've got to be blunt and honest with you business-wise. Exclusive access to behind-the-scenes footage of a game that doesn't yet exist is not as tempting as you think it is as a reward. Because if I were to make a video based on that, it wouldn't get enough views to cover the time that I've spent working on your game. People, you can't eat from behind the scenes access. That's a great way of putting it. So I've had to say to people, look, if I make a video on your game, that benefits you far more than it benefits me. And that's not me trying to be, arrogant and cocky. It's unfortunately a numbers game. There will be more eyes on your product from my viewer base than there will be potential people that join my viewer base from your product. It's a business transaction. So when I say that to companies, I'm like, okay, cool. If you've got something cool that's happening, if you want me to come down and get involved, if you want me to read something or be involved, you've got to pay for that time, and I'll work as hard as I bloody well can. I'll work exceptionally hard for you. When I'm there, my time is yours all day. I'm not going to mess around. I'm going to focus. This is a business thing. So far, there's been one company that has actually had the understanding to say, yep, totally get it. It's your job. We'll cover all that for you, no problem at all. Now, that hasn't been confirmed yet, but I'm hoping it's going to go through. I can't say any more about that because I don't want to spoil anything if it doesn't go through, but so far there has been one company, apart from sponsorships and stuff, like sponsorships, Guild Wars 2, totally understood, RuneScape, totally understood, NordVPN were good to work with, all that kind of stuff, so yeah, those people were great to work with. We've got the Holy Grail, return to Camelot and talk to King Arthur, teleport back to Camelot. As an artist, I understand you on a spiritual level. It's not that I don't love what I do, it's that I need to love what I do and know that I can pay my bills at the same time to keep doing it. That's what it is. I want to love what I do and be able to pay my bills while doing it. That's the balance that it's bloody difficult to find. Darcy, I am following you again. Is it Raid Shadow Legends? No, but Big Daddy Raidy Shady is one of the few companies that I'm pushing back against constantly, because part of my negotiation, if you will, with any company, in fact, I actually had to end up turning down a project that I was working on for about 3 weeks because the company ended up asking me for stuff that I was really unhappy with, and I'm like, no. And I had to, man, this was really difficult. I properly shot myself in the foot with this one, because a company approached me and said, hey, please make a sponsored video. So I made a sponsored video, and I'm not going to name the company because legal mess and all that, but I basically went to them and I said, hey, look, I've got 2 series on my channel. I've got Worst MMO Ever, and I've got Should You Play? And no one watches the Should You Plays because they are incredibly easy to make. They're very generic, and you remake them every year, and the answer is always yes, because then you never upset anyone. You basically say, hey, should you play this game in this year? Here's 15 minutes of footage. Yes. That's what it is. Every MMORPG creator makes them. I understand why they do it. It's your bread and butter if you're making MMO content. The reason I don't make them anymore, I used to, but I don't anymore, is because I don't feel they have any artistic value to my channel. So I said to this company, hey, I can make a worst MMO ever on your video, but you must allow me to be harsh. I'll say good things as well, but you must allow me to be harsh. Or I can make a should you play. But I'm telling you right now, if you want views, you want worst MMO ever, not should you play. And they said, no, we don't like the negative association with worst MMO, so you put it on should you play. So I made a video called Should You Play This Game? It was half an hour long, and I sent them the draft. And they responded going, yeah, we've got some changes. You need to change this, and this. And I went, no, because what you're asking me to change is an integrity change. You're asking me to effectively present my experience within your game as different to what I actually had, and you're asking me to explain it in a way that makes it sound much simpler than it actually is, and I don't believe that is correct. I don't believe the audience would value that level of manipulation within the video. And they went, well, you either do that or we're not going to buy the video off you. And I went, okay, right, that sounds like a you problem. Cheers for your time, not working with you again. I'm going to go back to working for myself. And that way, whenever I have negotiations now with anything, I open the negotiation with, you need to trust me to say what I'm going to say. If you don't trust me, why are you coming to me? If you've seen my videos, you know that I'm fair. I'll say the good things, I'll say the bad things. But I'm not going to sugarcoat it, and I'm going to point out what I don't like as well as what I do like. And if people want to come to me and ask me to make a video, if they want it in my style, they have to not micromanage and just trust that I'm going to say good stuff. And I've said that to many companies, and Raid Shadow Legends basically never agreed to that. They're like, nope, you must read the script we've given you right now. The companies, by the way, finished Holy Grail. Good job, guys. 11,000 defense experience. We've gone from level 1 defense to level 31. Just boosted straight up. Fantastic. Straight to 31 defense. But the companies that were totally okay with me saying whatever the hell I wanted as far as their game goes were Albion Online, RuneScape, Guild Wars 2. They came to me and said, hey, can you review our game? I've made a video about the RuneScape 3 mobile client, which I still think is one of the best mobile clients in the world. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to point out glitches that I find as well. And they were like, yeah, that's fine. But that's okay. I mean, just don't do that. Albion Online were happy with it. It was fun working with them. They were lovely people. And Guild Wars 2, nothing bad to say about them whatsoever. Like, genuinely a good game. Is it perfect? No. Every game's got flaws. A lot of people enjoy the strengths that it has. And that's what I think is important. I don't think I find any positives to it. Have Square Enix contact me about Final Fantasy XIV? Not yet, no. But if they ever do, more than happy to play. I think FF14 is a great game. Needed a break from OSRS, been addicted to Albion. I mean, that's like swapping one terrible habit for another. But whatever floats your boat and makes you happy. Yeah, it turns out when you make a good product, a reviewer will just say, yeah, this is good.